Hey everybody, my name is JuuzyWeez and welcome back. I know, we're doing it. I have found, and actually not found, but I've been told about this game for a minute now. It's called Second Circle, The Second Circle. It's a Helltaker fan-made game. You're basically, as far as I understand, going on dates with the beautiful women of Helltaker. So, we're just gonna hop right in. And just like that, bon appetit. Taker, you really must clean out the refrigerator. Look at it. There are flies everywhere. How am I looking? Oh, will you clean out the refrigerator now? Yes. Fine, I'll handle it. You gingerly ask the Queen of Darkness to step away from the kitchen for a moment. After she does so, you grab the fly-infested picnic basket and wait. Huh? Beelzebub, are you on the way? I don't know. Oh, it actually... oh god, it actually was Beelzebub. What the hell? A swirling portal opens before you, casting the refrigerator in a purple hue and sending shadows dancing up the walls of the kitchen. On the counter, a carton of eggs explodes, spattering the countertop with yolk. Bracing yourself, you step through the portal, picnic basket in hand. Oh. The familiar wave of nausea hits you like a truck as you are plunged into velvety darkness. Whoa, that's such a cool rendition of Beelzebub's castle. That's freaking dope. Squinting your eyes, you begin to make out shapes, furniture forged from darkness, and elaborate high windows made from the same are barely discernible from their surroundings. A familiar figure approaches you clad in a deep red outfit. Taker, I was wondering when you'd next visit me. Hi, Beelzebub. That makes two of us. Do you know how hard it is to get an entire room to yourself in a house filled with 9 demons? Keeping your banishment portal a secret from them is almost impossible. You mean to tell me the rest of the demons have no clue you're sneaking off to the void to visit little old me? Not that I'm aware of. Delightfully devilish, Taker, if I do say so myself. I am quite devilish. Sneaking off to see Beelzebub? Why am I coming to see Beelzebub? She's tried to trick me. So what did you bring your favorite fly today? I made moon pies. Exquisite! Well then, to the banquet hall. The Queen Crimson leads you through the network of twisting halls and corridors that comprise much of the interior of her castle. A small conjured light sitting in Beelzebub's palm is the only source of illumination as you walk through the Stygian castle, its faint glow forcing you to walk closely behind the demoness. So, we're just sneaking through Beelzebub's place without any of the other demons knowing, which, that's super smart, obviously. And, no one knows. We're being so sneaky about it. The castle does not seem to have been designed with conventional physics in mind. Staircases twist sideways, doors open into blank walls, and the curtain tiebacks hiss at you when you attempt to catch a glimpse of the inky blackness beyond the windows. Lovely. Eventually you arrive at a massive pair of engraved doors. Standing to the immediate left of the doors is an aged skeleton practically falling apart at the sockets. A tattered suit clings to the skeleton's frame, maintaining a small semblance of dignity despite its age. Taker. Evening, Walter. Hey, Walter, how are you, buddy? Master Taker, it's so good to see you again. It does my heart... Master Taker, it's so good to see you again. It does my dusty heart well to see the lady with a gentleman companion after all this time. Up. Walter's servants should be seen and not heard. Of course, my lady. So sorry. His old bones creaking, Walter heaves the door to the dining hall open. Beelzebub strides past him with a nary glance. You follow closely behind her, pausing only to slip the ancient skeleton a small carton of milk you'd stowed away in the picnic basket. Accepting it in silent gratitude, Walter closes the huge door behind you, somehow giving you a wink before disappearing out of sight behind the massive monolith to Beelzebub's industrious nature. I'm a goated man. I'm giving a bag of bones, our Walter boy here, some milk. I'm bringing Beelzebub the Forbidden some dinner or food or cakes or whatever just to chat. And I have all the other demons from hell. I am a god amongst demons. Turning around, you examine the dining hall. Like the rest of the castle, it is huge and inky black, with the details distinguishing one object from the next, only observable after prolonged scrutiny. A small light of soft orange glow pressing back against the glowing darkness illuminates Beelzebub sitting at a small table nearby. Hi, Beelzebub. Goodness gracious. Oh, Taker, won't you come join me for a meal? No, Walter will, though. You walk over to the table and examine it. It's made from the same hard black material as everything else in the void. The silverware are purely decorative, and you're pretty sure the napkins could be used as blunt weapons in emergency. Well, don't just stand there. Have a seat. Thank you. I don't want to sit down, though. I want to go back to my demon harem. You produce the moon pies from the picnic basket and divide them equally between the two of you. Your hands have barely left her plate before Beelzebub begins scarfing down her portion with reckless enthusiasm. Incredibly so tasty. What did you say were in these? Sugar, eggs, sugar, flour, and a little sugar on top. Ah, great. Just give a demon all the sugar in the world. That's a great idea. Well, they're perfect. You do know how to treat an old fly well, don't you? It's also super weird that Beelzebub is a fly. I find that so strange. I'd imagine anything tastes nice after 1,000 years of primordial suffering. That was a scary word. So it does. So tell me, Taker, what's been going on in your life that's caused you to seek out my esteemed company? Well, you relate the long and the short of everything that's happened over the past week to the exiled demon, who listens to your tale with rapt attention. As your story concludes, a slight smirk creeps its way over Beelzebub's lips. Sounds like old Lucy's got plenty of troubles on her plate. Trying to take solo control of hell was a bad idea. I told her as much before she and High Prosecutor Justice cast me out. Oh well, she'll learn in time that some voices aren't as easily silenced as mine. And what about you, Taker? When the chips are down, would you stand with that imposter queen? What? I typically don't pay attention to the politics of hell. I couldn't even get through Game of Thrones. You got Game of Thrones down here? I've never seen it, but I bet you'd be good. What I wouldn't give to have cable down here. There's only so much amusement to be extracted by putting the outfits on Walter and making him act out soap operas. Oh, poor Walter. I could talk to Lucifer. Maybe she'd let you join us for movie night if you agreed not to cause any trouble. Beelzebub wrinkles up her nose in disgust. I'm not asking that you serve her for anything. When I covet something, I take it by my own hand. How did you get stuck in here to begin with, Beal? Lucifer loves to up the ante when she feels slighted, but she normally resorts to physical violence to get equal with someone. Well, Lucy loves to pick on the little guys, the demons and mortals that don't have the strength of will to resist her compulsion or power. She's all bark and no bite. She doesn't have the metaphysical oomph to take on an elder demon like me in a fair fight. That's why she relies on a high prosecutor to enforce her will. You still didn't answer my question, Bill. No, and I don't intend to. But I'd watch my tone if I were you, Taker. Without my portals, you can kiss any hope you have of returning to your home dimension goodbye. An awkward silence smothers the conversation for a moment. Beelzebub's implied threat hanging in the air like a cloud of bloated insects. I apologize for that, Taker. You are here as my guest, and threatening you is not becoming of me as your most gracious host. I accept your apology. And don't worry, I hear a lot worse most days from Pandamonica alone. Ah, yes, I remember that girl. She was still a rebellious young demon when I was ousted. But from what I've heard, she's settled down nicely. Pandamonica settled down? I'm getting pretty full. Do you want the rest of my cakes? Yes, please. The two of you spend another hour or two sharing stories and making small talk before you decide to leave. Beelzebub obligingly wills a banishment portal to the human realm into existence. So Beelzebub can now make portals out of the abyss for me, but she can't leave through them herself. I'm assuming that Lucy or Judgment have to make a portal for her to come back through. Well, I guess this is goodbye then. Yes, do come again soon. It's always nice to have someone to talk to, and doubly so when they bring me treats. I'm pretty sure Walter is someone. He's a servant and a skeleton. Still, maybe give him a chance? I think he'd be eager to interact with his lady beyond simple commands. I'll give it some thought. Safe travels. And we're back. You step back through the portal and into the mortal realm. After a brief moment of dizziness, you find yourself back in the kitchen. Taker, where the devil are you? After thoroughly considering your options, you decide not to inform Lucifer of the events that just transpired. It's probably better because I'd probably get murdered. Some things are better left unsaid. Agreed. In this case, at least, because otherwise, Lucifer would kill you. Ooh. Who do I want to talk to first? Panda Monica? Oh, I can talk to anybody. Gotcha. Well, my two favorite characters from the actual game are Lucifer and Judgment. Let's talk to Judgment first. Why not? Let's talk to Judgment. I'm assuming that this is just going to be talking. One day, as you are hanging out around the house, you come to the realization that you've seen very little of Judgment since she moved in. No sooner does this thought occur to you, however, than you happen to come upon the demon in the living room. She's sitting by the window with her back turned to you. It's clear she doesn't notice you right away. Thinking that there must be something on the windowsill that has captured her attention, you decide to creep up closer to get a better look at whatever has her so enthralled. This is a very powerful demon that if I startle will probably kill me, and I'm going to creep up closer. Genius. Then as you draw near, you catch a glimpse of the object of her admiration, a tiny caterpillar. You step even closer, and you are surprised to find that Judgment is trying to corral the creature into the palm of her gauntlet. Sadly, the insect, seemingly put off by the feel of the metal, resists her endeavors. You wonder for a moment why Judgment doesn't simply scoop the thing up, but then it occurs to you that she's fearful she might hurt it if she were to do so. Only then did you decide to alert the demon to your presence. Ahem. Eep! At once the demon leaps to her feet and spins to face you. Blushing profusely, she wears the expression of someone who was caught with their hand in the cookie jar, or so to speak. Mortal! You startled me. Sorry about that. I just wanted to see what you were doing over there. Oh, I have discovered an intruder. Oh, Judgment, you're so cute. An intruder? You mean that caterpillar? Indeed, we must dispose of it swiftly. I suppose so. Here, let me take care of it. Judgment steps aside, and you approach the windowsill. As you bend down to scoop the caterpillar up into your hand, you hear a small gasp at your back. Peering over your shoulder, you see Judgment staring intently back at you. Well, what are you waiting for, mortal? Dispose of the trespasser. With a nod, you scoop the creature up into your hand and hold it aloft. I think I'm just going to put this little fella out into the garden. A look of relief flashes over Judgment's expression. Aw, Judgment! I had heard that Judgment wasn't, like, she's just putting on an act. She just feels like she has to be tough because she's the enforcer of hell. But nah, she's actually so sweet. Oh? I mean, do you think that wise fool? Yeah, oh, this is cute. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. You turn around and make your way back to the door. Judgment follows you all the way up until you venture out into the garden. I just have a trailer in my backyard. As you deposit the caterpillar onto a bush, you look up to see the demon watching you from the window. Something about the look on her face strikes you as odd. Perhaps it is that you've never seen the demon look quite so vulnerable before. Before you can fully comprehend the matter, however, your eyes meet and her expression melts away before your eyes. You make your way inside only to find yourself accosted at once by Judgment. How could you just allow that creature to escape, mortal? It was probably lost in the first place. Caterpillars don't typically like the indoors all that much. Very well. What if it had done you harm then? What, that little guy? Nah, caterpillars are harmless. They don't really become a nuisance until they turn into butterflies and get their wings. Wings? Yeah, once those guys start flying around, they can be a bit of a nuisance, chewing holes in your clothes and drapes and such. Or maybe I'm thinking of moths. Definitely moths. Butterflies are cute. What is the meaning of this, Taker? What more can you tell me of these creatures? Well, you see, come to think of it, I don't actually know all that much about butterflies. They very well could be dangerous for all I know. Aha! Oh, aha. How about this? There's a butterfly conservatory that just opened up nearby. What do you say we go there and we can both learn a little bit more about these enemies of ours? Judgment's cheeks are Judgment's cheeks redden at your suggestion. She looks shyly to the side, and you can see her seriously contemplating your offer. Yes, mortal. I think this would be satisfactory. Interesting. So, does that mean that I asked Judgment out on a date to the Butterfly Conservatory? When the afternoon rolls around, you decide to call the conservatory in advance to see if they offer tours. Much to your delight, they do. So you book a tour and approach the demon regarding your date at the conservatory. Thinking it might be a nice surprise, you decide to keep the tour a secret. For now. Ready to go? Fool, I was born ready. Oh, gosh. Without further ado, you load into the car and head down to the park. There you are greeted by the sight of the conservatory looming over the grassy knolls. As you approach the giant glassy building, you are met by a young man at the door. From the logo on his polo shirt, you can see he's one of the conservatory's tour guides. Hello, you must be my late afternoon tour. That's us. Tour? What is this man talking about, Taker? I went ahead and called in advance to book a tour for us. Since they know more about butterflies than we do, I thought going on a tour would be the best way for us both to learn. At this, color rushes into Judgment's face. Oh. Yes, that sounds wonderful, actually. Thank you. This is cute. This is so freaking cute. Why is this cute? The sudden sincerity in Judgment's voice takes you off guard. Before you can process what you just heard, the tour guide claps his hands together with drawing your attention. Excellent. Now let's head inside, shall we? With the young man leading the way, you and Judgment make your way into the conservatory. First, you stop inside of a large welcome room. Then the tour guide leads you into the spacious conservatory room at large, where the butterflies are free to linger about all over. As you pass through the great glass double doors, you wonder about the sudden appearance of this soft-spoken side to Judgment that you've never seen before. Though peculiar and vastly different from the first impression you got of her down in hell, you find yourself excited at the opportunity to learn more about this gentle facet of her personality. Can't speak. You smile as you watch the demoness bend down to examine a caterpillar on the leaf. Tell me, boy, how long does it take? Tell me, boy, how long does it take for these creatures to become airborne? With a sigh, you realize that for whatever reason, Judgment's more gentle side is buried deep. You're pleased to see that the tour guide seems unfazed by the demon's sudden outburst. Well, the typical metamorphosis cycle occurs over the course of 30 days. Some species vary from that number by a couple days or so, but generally speaking, it takes about a month for a caterpillar to become a butterfly. Dang, bro knows his stuff real good. A month? That does not give us much time to prepare, mortal. Yes, do battle with the butterflies. What do they eat, usually? That's a good question, actually. For the most part, a caterpillar's diet consists almost entirely of plant matter. After they undergo metamorphosis, however, their food of choice changes depending on the species. Most butterflies eat plant nectar, but others may choose to feed on things like tree sap, fruit, or even decaying animal matter. So they are meat eaters. Some of them are, yes, but most butterflies have quite the sweet tooth. If you want to feed them yourself, you could put out a plate of chopped fruit, or even just a simple solution of sugar and water is enough to get their attention. Would you like to feed one? Yes, please. At this, the Judgment said, please. That's unexpected. At this, the young man reaches for a squeezed bottle that he keeps on his belt. He then takes Judgment's hand, dabs some of the liquid onto her palm, and prompts her to hold her arm aloft. I like how this man isn't questioning that she's just got these spiky gauntlets of doom, or that she's got huge horns or anything like that. He's just, or the tail. The tail, I forgot about the tail. But he's just totally ignores that. So apparently this world is now used to the demons in the world. Look at the spikes on that. No way would you not acknowledge, like, this thing. I don't know. In no time, a butterfly lands right on the demon's hand and begins to lap at the sugary substance with its narrow tongue. It tickles. It does a little, doesn't it? Would you like to try too, sir? I would. Oh, that's freaking cute. Bruv. Are you... Are you kidding me right now? Can I... I can't. Dang it. Could probably turn that down a little bit. That's freaking adorable, and you can't deny it. The man pours some of the sugar water into your palm as well, and soon enough, you, too, have attracted the attention of a couple hungry butterflies. As Judgment stares intently at the creatures fluttering around her palm, you find that your attention is on her instead. Ooh. It's hard to believe that this is the same demon who once tried to trap you for eternity of torment in hell. If you put a little on the tip of your finger and draw a line down the bridge of your nose, you might even get one to land there. Wait! In this picture... I just realized in this picture, Judgment doesn't have her gauntlets on anymore. Interesting, because at home it said that she was wearing them still, but now she's not. Fascinating. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. If you... I already read that. My bad. As I understand, doing that makes for a great photo opportunity. Like this? Before the tour guide can answer, a butterfly lands right on Judgment's face, startling the demon. Oh! The three of you share in a round of laughter before carrying on with the tour. Oh my god, this is adorable. I did not expect this from this game. God. Before you are quite ready for it to end, the tour concludes and you and Judgment return to the waiting area to retrieve her gloves. Oh, so they had her take them off. Okay. Oh, no! No! Tell me, please tell me that Judgment didn't crush a butterfly or caterpillar on accident, please! Oh, that'd be heartbreaking. Please! Oh, the crunch was so sad. Just before you leave the conservatory area, you hear a tiny crunch followed by a gasp of anguish. Please, Judgment, no. You turn around at once to see Judgment kneeling on the ground. Upon closer inspection, you notice a tiny mangled caterpillar body laying on the ground. No! Judgment, no! I'm so sorry! No! Oh, that's heartbreaking. I'm heartbroken. Oh my god, Judgment, no! Oh, no! Oh, Judgment, no! Oh, my heart can't take this. Oh, God. A few tears fall onto the concrete next to it, and you're privy to the unmistakable sound of sniffling. Oh, no. Hey, Judgment? Before you can say anything else, Judgment stands. In spite of the tears in her eyes, her jaw is set. Whatever it is you saw in her expression earlier is gone. Now you only see the High Prosecutor of Hell standing before you. Foolish creature. Let that be a warning to all of your kind who think it is wise to cross me, for I am Judgment, the High Prosecutor of Hell. Oh, that's so sad. At this, Judgment brushes past you on her way to retrieve her belongings. Sadly, all you can do is watch as the demon dons her gauntlets and sets her sights on the door. Man, that is so sad. She's so thoughtful. She wants to be good. You follow, and soon enough, the two of you are in the car with your sights set on home. After a silence and somber drive, you arrive at your front door. Judgment is quick to get out of the car. Thank you for today, mortal. It was enjoyable. Though her eyes are still red from her tears, you decide to say nothing of the caterpillar. I'm glad you had a good time, Judgment. Perhaps we can do it again sometime? Perhaps. Jesus, that scared me. And with that, the demon turns and hurries into the house. You follow, but catch no sign of her anywhere. Only the sound of a slamming door meets your ears. For the rest of the day, Judgment's door remains closed, with no sight of the demon within. Aww. Poor Judgment. That's so sad. Judgment. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Okay. Well, guys, I think that's gonna have to do it for this episode. We went on our very first date with the harem. We also talked to Beelzebub a little bit, but no one cares about that. Screw Beelzebub. She's not important right now. Judgment is Judgment is just something different. She's trying to be tough. She's trying so hard to be tough, but she's got such a soft inside. It's so cute. It's so cute. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of Judgment's personality, because I think it's really cute. I think it's super fun. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this episode here. I would love to continue this series. Let me know down your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.